All right. So, how about you guys introduce yourselves in your band?
All right. Doyle Wolfgang Von Frankenstein, play guitar in Doyle.
And I'm Alex Story, and I make mouth noises for Doyle.
Sick. So, why'd you choose the name Doyle for the band?
He did.
You did.
Well, he'd kind of started like, when he left the Misfits, trying to do his own thing, and through the process of looking for band members and trying to get a band going, he was calling it Gorgeous Frankenstein, but I don't think it ever really evolved into exactly what he was trying to do with it. So when we started working together, it's like I thought we kind of fulfilled the original purpose, but I didn't want to have the baggage of everything that came with the stuff before. So it was like start new, start fresh, just let the album be the first of something. And since it's his first attempt at a solo project, I mean, he's the name, so why not just be straight up with people and just give them what they want.
It's the KISS rule, keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah, there you go.
Were there any other names in consideration
No.
you guys were throwing around?
You can't make people think, man.
Yeah, it's like even when he was doing the Gorgeous Frankenstein thing, people coming to the shows not knowing even that it was him, be surprised, oh, it's like Doyle, it's like, so just throwing it out there, just Doyle made sense.
Cool, that makes sense. So, in your opinion, how's this project sound different or evolved from your past musical projects?
It's just a little more advanced, I think.
Yeah.
It's modern. It's I think there's elements of stuff he did in the Misfits, especially on the later Earth AD kind of stuff, and his more refined guitar sound of the '90s stuff, but. It's also it's really its own thing. It's I don't think he's ever done anything quite this heavy or this I don't know. It's just really there's a lot of elements going into it, stuff that both of us are into that we kind of put into a pot, and what came out was really cool to us.
Sweet. You guys any criticism or hate for the band or the music at all?
No, everybody loves it.
Yeah.
Sweet. Good to hear.
It's whenever you're coming from a famous band, I mean, in the punk rock area, there's hardly anything bigger than the Misfits. It's you're going to have people that are against any kind of change. So the fact that you were in this band, if it isn't exactly like that or exactly like whatever they liked about that, it's there's always going to be people that are going to bitch and moan. It's the easiest thing for us to have done would be to just do 4 chords and kind of 50s-ish grooves about horror themes, and then you would have pleased all those people, but to me it's you're not going to do that better than what they did in the Misfits, so why not do what we're good at the best we can and try to make the best band we can make.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, you're in the band to make music and do what you love, so might as well do what you love. Sweet. Cool.
You're much better at this than I am. Much more articulate.
This happens. So kind of based off that, as far as your fan base, do you see a lot of people coming over from the Misfits fan base, or are there a lot of new people?
Absolutely. I mean, both. It's I've talked to people that weren't even all that big of Misfits fans that really dug our album, and then it's of course we got the people there that are just coming for the nostalgia of wanting to hear us do a few Misfits tunes or whatever, and we try to win them over with showing, because the stuff we do is it's made to see live. It's it's sometimes it's which I love our album, but sometimes you can't really get a grasp on where we're coming from or what we're doing with it until you see it live, because these songs were meant to be played live, and so. I think a lot of the people just coming for the Misfits songs, by the 2 or 3 songs in, we usually win them over.
I think once we finally have all the Misfit fans acknowledge that they actually have a band, it's going to blow up, because I think we hit about 5% of the people right now.
Nice.
I mean, he's got fans all over. He's recognized no matter where he goes, but yeah, like you said, 95% of them doesn't even know he has his own band or anything yet. I mean, we don't have a lot of money going into promotion and stuff like that. And so it's that's why we're doing stuff like this, is just to get out there and let people know that, hey, we've got a band, it's good. It's we're doing something with it. It's not just a nostalgia act. We're actually like a
It's a
vital new band.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. Yeah.
Fucking new band.
Yeah.
Sweet. Very cool. So, do you have like a best show you've ever played, or like a place that you love playing every time? Anything like that? Or just
I love Japan the most.
Yeah.
But the best Doyle show we did was a couple days ago at the Whiskey A Go Go. The drummer's first show, and he fucking killed it.
Nice.
And it finally felt like a real band, and it was fun.
Nice.
Yeah, Brandon from Black Flag started jamming with us, and he's fucking amazing. He's like the best drummer I've ever played with, and it's like every night now, it's like I get excited before we play just to see how much further we're going to evolve with him. Like, we get tighter every night, we get a little more intense every night, and it's like I start getting fired up for the shows, you know, just as a fan of this band to see what happens, you know.
Nice. Nice. Sounds like you got a little super group going on there of
Totally.
From good names. Nice. So, where do you guys draw inspiration from for the music and the lyrics?
Music, whatever I can write, whatever is comfortable. Anything hard goes in the garbage.
Right.
I don't care how good it is. I can't have a panic attack when I know that part's coming up, so it's got to go. And then I hand it to him, and he does the song part.
It's like he was sending me like riffs and stuff already put together with like drums and bass and everything, and like they already sounded like great songs. Like I didn't even, I mean, like they were like you could listen to them as instrumentals and they just jam. And so I tried to not take away from that any. It's like if anything, if I heard a hook that would work real good, I might tell him to play one part like a riff, like just a little bit more, a little bit less, just to fit in what my idea was. But other than that, I tried to leave it just like he had it, and then just like work over it. And most of the songs, I free flowed lyrics, just whatever came out, and like that stuck, and that's just what's on the album is like whatever came natural the first time.
Sweet. Cool. All right. So for both you guys, if you guys could collaborate with any musician, dead or alive, on a song, who would you pick? Big question.
I would like to do a Misfits record where I played bass and let Glenn sing with him.
I would like to do some shit with Glenn as well.
Yeah.
Now that I have a grasp, you know, on writing, because when I was with him in the Misfits, he wrote everything, and I really didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
Nice. So you started out in a band at a pretty young age. What was it like playing music like in high school and starting out in a band at a really young age?
It was. I liked it, but you know, actually, I was in school from kindergarten through 12th grade with Steve Zing, plays in Danzig and Samhain. And all the kids would make fun of us that played in these cover bands. You know, they'd be playing Zeppelin and all this, whatever the fuck they're playing. They would make fun of us because we were like punk rock. And the funny thing is now, I'm making a living at it, and you're not.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Nice. So, so you have a hot sauce.
I do.
What compelled you to make a hot sauce? You like flavorful food?
If we were on the bus, you'd be trying it right now. A friend of mine gave me some hot sauce, and I never had hot sauce. I ate the whole bottle that he made, and we wanted to go into business. And long story short, we got a guy and added some collaboration with the guy who makes the hot sauce. You know, added my own shit in it, and it's really good.
Nice. And you got a new one coming out?
We're working on one called Abominator. A lot of people are like, "Oh, it's not hot enough." So this one's pretty hot.
Sweet. Should be good. Alright. So, I don't know how in tune you guys are with like the music of today or whatever, but can you guys name any bands you think are doing some good work for the punk and metal scenes today? Some like more younger bands?
I mean, there's a lot of bands that I'm friends with and stuff that I like what they're doing. There's like, I mean, it's like I like stuff that I liked when I was a kid, and I still like it just as much. It's like there's a lot of stuff that I don't think has been topped in certain areas, but I like a little bit of everything. It's like I notice that the older I get, I start being able to listen to more than I used to. I don't know if I don't think I'm mellowing, but it's like I can listen to a little more mellow stuff. But I like Dax Riggs a lot.
Dax Riggs is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. As far as new bands go,
Yeah.
I really don't follow music, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if somebody doesn't come up to me and say, "Hey, you gotta listen to this,"
Yeah.
I don't go fucking breaking my balls listening to everybody. Who's got time for that? If you're listening, you're not writing.
Yeah.
We were just listening to that last Black Sabbath album, and you know, it makes me think, it's like there's a lot of the older guys that are putting out better music now than a lot of the up and comers and younger bands are putting out, and that's not even being like, you know, like stuck on something. That's just fact. It's like a lot of these lifers are putting out stronger stuff now than a lot of the new band. I think a lot of the reason is like you always depend on the younger generation to come up with that next evolution of music, and these days kids are more interested in playing like Guitar Hero than in picking up a guitar and learning and starting a band, and with the ease of like these programs and stuff of just like cut and paste and syncopating beats and stuff, you're getting like some guy sitting in his room, like, you know, building this fake band that he goes out and promotes as a band online, and flooding the market with it. And until you can't, it's not as easy to find the new great bands as it used to be. And even shows, you're not getting the turnouts, except for the super groups and the ones that have been around established forever that you used to, because it's like these kids like think watching a show on YouTube is the same as going to a show, and like, I don't know, it's the whole thing's changed. I think it's in a transitional period, entertainment, and like until it finds its footing, it's just, there's a clusterfuck of bullshit you gotta wade through to get to good concerts or good bands or good albums.
Yeah.
And the kids that come to the shows, they're watching it. They're still watching it through their fucking phone.
Yeah.
Missing
Are you that addicted to that fucking phone? Do you have to watch us through that?
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's retarded, man.
On top of that, I feel like there's a lot of crap, especially the metal scene right now, where people are just obsessed with subgenres and like all this stuff that I feel like is creating a lot of interference and just.
Well, yeah, it's like if you're trying to fit into some mold of some like category or look or anything, then you're limiting yourself like completely. Like I mean, music's supposed to be about freedom, like any other art, to like do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Yeah, we don't try and write in some kind of niche. It's just. We write, that's what we're gonna write, and that's it. You know,
it's like you know, we're into like the darker themes and stuff. I mean, that's gonna be on there. I always try when I'm writing lyrics to make it more metaphorical and less literal, like so something I can relate to day-to-day life type stuff. But I mean, like you see these cookie cutter bands come out and like, especially in our side of things, there's like this like horror punk thing where it's like they try to find the secret sauce for like stuff like Misfits and Damned and Cramps and all these bands that were great, but it's like it's so formula and it's so costume and it's so like everything that it like misses the point of those bands originally, which were doing something that nobody else was doing, and they suck.
Yeah, sum it up, they suck. Yeah, couldn't agree more. Cool. So your look is a pretty signature look. You want to talk about how you've like developed it over time, and if you think you're gonna stick with it forever?
I'm gonna stick with it because I don't got nothing else.
Nice.
You know, I do what I do because I can't shred or choose to shred. I don't choose to sit there and learn all that shit. But one trick pony, man. This is it.
It's like it's an iconic thing. It's like you know. Do you want to see Kiss like in their 80s glam phase, or do you want to see them all done up like the Demon and fucking like shit spitting blood and blowing fire? No, of course you want to see the Demon up there.
Yeah,
I gotta look like my action figure.
Yeah.
I gotta work out like crazy. I gotta put all this shit on.
That's the thing. He's got toys. He's got comics. He's got all this stuff.
They're paying to see this. I gotta give it to them.
They want an experience. They want to see what they saw. And,
do they want me to be a regular person out there that just rolled out of bed with whatever he's got on, like 90% of the bands do?
Yeah, I mean, it's like if he did that, that would be interesting for like one show, because people would go, "Oh, look, I saw him play in regular clothes."
Yeah.
But then after that, like that would get bored. I mean, you'd be like, "Man, what if he?" You'd be like, "What if he did his thing again?" You know, it's like it becomes like you can't make everybody happy, but like at the same time, it's like this is what people know of Doyle, like the look and everything, and that's part of it, and. I got into guitar and stuff because of people like him and Johnny Ramone and people that were playing different than just the guitar gods and the cheesy, like, you know, over the top, like, you know, like solos and all that shit. It's like it was accessible. It's something that I thought like like, damn, I could, you know, aspire to do like that.
Right.
But it's like you see these technical guys and they can't play like him. You know, it's like fucking, it's a whole, like, you know, it's a different thing. It's why when you hear somebody cover Misfits or Sex Pistols or Ramones or any of that shit, it never sounds good because it's like it's up to those people to play that stuff. You know, it's like
it's so different. Like people that, you know, take a lesson and, like, you know, do it really formal, and the people who, like, teach themselves.
Yeah.
It's like you can definitely hear the difference.
It's about emotion. You know, it's like some art is about precision and about like you know, exacting details, and then some of it is just like, you know, like I'm the guy that cuts bears out of trees with chainsaws or something. You know, it's like but it's all, each has its place. It's like this type of music is about the raw emotion of the live show and just losing your fucking mind, and the crowd losing their mind, and you know, it's a primitive thing. It's like, it's almost spiritual, like going to a, you know, religious service or something.
That's exactly what it is. That's, I make the analogy, you know, you get these Christians, oh, heavy metal's fucked up, guys are the devil worshippers, you know, but it's just like going to church. Everybody goes to this place to sing songs and worship their gods.
Yeah.
But there's only one difference. Their gods are really standing there.
Exactly. Totally agree. It's a good way to look at it. Yeah. Sweet. So your album, Abominator, was totally done, like, independently, you know, independent of, like, a label and stuff, right? So
yeah.
How was that in comparison to working with a big label? A lot better?
It was cool because there was no time limit, so we're not like, oh, we're on the clock paying, you know?
Yeah.
We had it all set up. He had shit at his house, I had shit at my house. We all did it separate, and if I couldn't play the song that day, I left. You know, but it took, you know, we did 25 songs.
Right.
And it took like a year and a half, and man, it was a lot.
Yeah.
It was a fucking lot.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's like, I mean, he's a well-known, like, celebrity entity, but like this band is completely DIY on the level of any street punk band. I mean, we totally had no outside support for anything, like, at all. You know, I mean, he's got some endorsements and things, but other than that, it was like everything's out of his pocket. Like, and that's why there hasn't been promotion. There hasn't been, like, all this, you know, that comes with a major label. You know, I can't compare and contrast. I've never been on a major label, but fucking.
They still don't do promotion. Yeah. Trust me. Yeah. They pick somebody else and put all the money into that person and just write you off.
Yeah.
That's what happened to us.
Yeah.
But the cool thing was that, like, we got to make the album we wanted to make. We didn't have to answer to nobody on nothing.
Yeah.
Or have any kind of, like, constraints other than just the financial, like, of, you know, like what gear and what, you know, the mix and
sounds pretty good for a bunch of guys who don't know how to mic anything, right?
Yeah.
Figure it out yourself, huh?
It's like we mixed it in the studio and just heard it comparatively to some of these bands that tracked for, like, you know, $50,000 like recording sessions and stuff. And ours sounded heavier. It's like, you know, ours was cleaner and meaner, and like
when my phone's on shuffle and our shit comes on, I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, holy shit, it's me. What the fuck is that?
I hear that album and I still can't believe we did it. Like, we did that ourselves.
No, it's crazy. It's not even as hard as it seems, you know, based on how much money you're paying people. It's not that hard to do it yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Good to hear, like, people are still doing that even when they're, like, as famous as you are. Like, it's good to see that. I feel like a lot of people just kind of, you know, stick with their big labels and keep doing their thing.
Big labels don't want to do nothing anymore.
Yep. So, what do you like to do outside of music?
I don't like to do anything.
Just music?
That's all I do, man. I don't know.
We have so little time outside of music that it's like, that's like rest time.
Yeah, just relax and be with somebody you want to be with, and try and have some fun, man, you know?
Yeah, cool. I mean, nothing wrong with being a musician full time.
Yeah, it's a good deal.
So, on that note, if suddenly, for some reason, you were unable to be a musician, like your fingers and your voice just stopped working or something, what do you think you would be doing?
I'd probably die. I mean, what else to do.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? I don't want to do nothing else.
Yeah.
There's nothing else I'm interested in.
So I think you're literally born to serve certain purposes in the universe. You know, it's like a fish not having fins or something. It's useless. Yeah. It's like we're good at one thing, and that's what we're good at.
Sweet. Last couple questions. Let's talk about your gear a little bit. I know you made your own guitar, so how you talk about that a little bit, and I watched some other interviews where you mentioned you don't like things about other people's guitars. So how about you talk a little bit about that too?
Okay. I'm no virtuoso. Oh no, so I needed a guitar that I could just play the way I play and not break it. You know, I had to make it the way I wanted it. You know, once you make the neck, your hand made it, so now it's perfect for you. And I just didn't like the look of the guitars you buy. I don't want to look like somebody else. I don't want to have a Stratocaster or a Les Paul or a Flying V or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wanted something special, and that's what I made.
It's like he downplays a lot, like about his guitar knowledge and different things, but it's like I listen to them motherfuckers. Like his tech, Joe, is one of the most knowledgeable guitar people like I've ever met, and they start like just rapping and stuff, and I'm like, they blow my mind. I'm like, these motherfuckers know everything about guitar on earth. I'm like, fucking, it's like, don't let him fool you.
I went to a guitar, I went to a company, which I won't mention, to talk about making the guitar, and was going to try and go partners with the guy. He's not a guitar company, but I said, do you want to do this? Because this will do it. You know, I said, we could be a fucking player like that. We just need the backing. And I went there with my sound man from years ago, and I told the guy everything about the guitar and this and that, and he couldn't believe how much I knew about it. And then when I go had October building my guitars, I was telling them shit that they don't even fucking know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's crazy. And then I told the guy, I says, who's the best guitar player you know? I says, John Five's the best one I know. Let's get him down here. If he likes the guitar, then let's talk about it. He came down, he played it, and he's playing it, and he's just like, I can't stop playing evil riffs with this guitar. But yeah, so it's just like a guitar is like making a cabinet or a machine part or something. It's just it's math.
Yeah.
It's like, I love guitars and I love I started out as a guitarist, but it's like I don't know shit about it's like I mean, it's like I like motorcycles, but I got friends that they can strip down with their bare hands and take a motorcycle apart, build it in front of you. But that's how these guys are. Like fucking, they get to rapping. I'm like, wow, it blows my mind. I'm like, these motherfuckers know all kinds of shit. I feel stupid as hell.
How about some other gear like pedals, amps? You got some favorites?
My pedal blew up the other day. We couldn't fix it. It's really a bummer. Dunlop. I use Dunlop MXR. Dunlop also. I use those. I don't even know what I got, but I get a lot of them from him. He lets me try them, or whatever I don't like, I send back.
Yeah.
So
basically.
He's cool.
Cool.
He's a good guy. Gives me all my picks too for free.
Nice. That's fun. So I guess my last main question is, do you have any crazy fan experiences?
Every fucking day, man.
What are some highlights?
There is none. They're all low lights.
Okay, well.
Oh man.
Some fans, they just, if there's an asshole in that crowd, somehow, some way, he finds you.
Yeah.
Or she finds you. And then they get a beating, and that's it. And that's
a lot of fans today have a super entitlement to them. They think if they like you or they like what you've done, that you gotta drop down and suck their dick for that or something. You gotta fucking I read on a blog one time or something, a message board or some kind of thing, this guy bitching about me because I didn't give him a good enough handshake. Not that I didn't shake his hand, but I didn't give him a good enough handshake. A half-ass knuckle bump or something, he said. And I was like, is this for real?
It's for real.
I didn't give him a reach around or something. So it's fucking.
It's called a troll, bro.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like it's like there's such entitlement, man. It's like a guy comes up to him with a stack of shit to sign, like this fucking high. He sits there, signs every fucking thing, and the dude's being super like just disrespectful and like you know, everybody's so like fucking snide now and everything. It's like it's not cool to actually like something. You have to kind of like put it down at the same time. It's real passive aggressive and like fucking lame. But like. It's like if he makes one comment, then he's the asshole. You know, it's like fucking like, you know, it's like it's just the way modern society has gotten. It's fucking stupid.
I went to a Brody Dahl show. You know Brody Dahl from the Distillers, and I went there with my girlfriend because she loves her, and we're watching. You know, and you know, and I don't have this shit on. I'm in my Clark Kent suit. I don't want my picture taken. Yeah. If I'm not playing the show, I don't want my picture taken. I'm there as a fan, just like these people. I wouldn't take a picture with some people, and they went fucking crazy on the internet on us. Yeah. I was like, you know, I was very nice. You asked me a question. Your question was, would you mind if I took a picture with you? Yes, I would mind. You asked. You didn't like the answer. Yeah. You know, and we just did, my girlfriend did 70 Tons of Metal, some fucking cruise ship, and there's no segregation between the fans and the fucking people and the musicians. And her guitar player's having a conversation with their tour manager, and some fucking drunk dude grabs him, puts his arm around him, starts taking a picture of him, and he's like, I'm in the middle of a fucking conversation. He's like, I fucking paid for this. If you would have did that to me, I would have drowned. I would have threw him off the boat.
Yeah, seriously.
What the fuck are you talking about?
It's ridiculous.
It's just like human respect just for the fellow human being goes out the door because you're like something. Like, so, you know, like I don't know, it's like, I don't think people understand, like, it's like when you make really aggressive music or you like, it's because there's a part of you that, like, has to get that out. And some of these people...
It's a good outlet.
Yeah.
It really is.
It's like, they don't understand the restraint that a lot of us have. And if we were curt with them or a little rude, it was probably for their own good. Like, because, you know.
I feel like as soon as you become a public figure, people think they can just like take pictures of you and do whatever they want.
And then there's the guy who's like, yeah, I bought your album, I bought your shirt. I'm like, yeah, you know how much that record cost me? You know how much my copy cost me? A lot more than yours. So fuck you, man. Yeah. You know?
It's ridiculous. Yeah, you guys are still humans.
I got a guy the other day, we played a show on this tour. Had a big fight with him on fucking Instagram. We just got out for the show. It was freezing balls out. I'm sweating like a fucking pig. And can I take a picture of you? No. I'm gonna stand out here and then 20 more people are gonna want a picture and I have no shirt on and I'm fucking soaked. Yeah. And oh, you're a dick, this and that, this and that. I explained it to him. If I get sick, I don't feed my family. Do you give a fuck? You don't. Do you care about the people for the next show? That maybe I get him sick, he can't sing. Now we losing money. Now those fans don't get to see nobody play. You know what I mean? Yeah. They don't understand that.
I'll just show off to his friends on Facebook that he has a picture with you.
Yeah, and then he's like, oh, I work outside. Do you sweat like I do outside? I don't think so. With no shirt on? You don't. Why do you apologize?
Crazy.
So I unblocked him. I got sick. I'm like, fuck, block this guy. Fuck him. And he apologized the next day.
Modern.
That's great. Well, thanks for talking to me, guys.
Anytime, man.
You guys want to plug anything else before we say goodbye?
Just don't steal music, man. That's the main thing.
Come out to the shows, and we got a new album we're going to try to get out this year. And if you like the Abominator, you'll love it.
Solid. Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
Looking forward
man.
to the show.